Good morning, loves. Oh, look at the sun. Let me see if I can get another angle. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. So, hey, I'm coming before y'all this morning. I was put up to a challenge by a woman I love, my mentor, Mrs. Valerie Williams, a 21-day challenge every day to put aside 30 minutes of either planning or doing something, moving forward movement towards my goals and my dreams. And one of the things she suggested was for me to record myself reading my poetry and putting it out there. So today I'm going to do just that. I'm here sitting under one of my favorite comfort zones that I love to center and ground myself, and that is my friend Alma. Yes, her name is Alma. I asked her name. I know y'all might think that's weird, but she's a tree, and I love her, and she covers and gives me comfort, and yes, it's one of my favorite places to be. And so I'm chilling under Alma, and I'm gonna read two poems. I was gonna read one titled Freedom, and then I realized, like, oh, I got my little princess shirt on. So I'm going to read a poem that I wrote to my inner child. And that poem is called Love Letter to Me. But before I do so, I'm going to read Freedom. That was my first poem of choosing. And the introduction into that part of the book is Reclaim. And so I'll start there. And if you have my book, it's on page 25 if you want to read along. Just a background for other people who may not know, I have a book of poetry. It's called Poetically Preserved, which is a book that I wrote over a 10-year time span of during times I was going through hardships and breakups and even high points of relationships. And it celebrates friendship and just love and family, my walk with the Most High, and different poems therein. And so, yeah. The rose is symbolic of, and the concrete in the background is symbolic of the rose that grew from concrete, Nikki, Giovanni, and Tupac. And then there's a picture of myself in a white dress as a little girl, also symbolic of innocence and how poetry has served to be very therapeutic for me throughout the journey of my life. Writing since I was in the 3rd grade. Anyways, that's another topic of discussion for another day. But yes, so thank you, Miss Valerie, for motivating me and encouraging me to believe in myself always. I love you and appreciate you. And let's dive in, y'all. Oh, side note, I am very extroverted. And I know that I like taking a lot of pictures and capturing moments and memories and singing and dancing and stuff. But when it comes down to speaking on camera, I get really anxious about it. So bear with me. Okay. Reclaim. Let's explore the paths between the mind, heart, and soul, motivations and strongholds, in preparation for the journey that is left to unfold. In your hands, you hold the power of decision. Reclaim. Freedom. Break away and finally allow yourself to personal freedom. Freedom no longer stifled by the lies of invalidation, the root of insecurities, and the fears that attach through codependency. The time and effort you've spent chasing grace, trying to fill this space with people and things, not realizing you are your own queen in a land where you must first be honored by your own recognition. You alone are the answer. No one else holds the ammunition. So take this time to listen, to put aside every weight and thing that so easily ensnares. You're on a mission of celebrating you, making all you desire to be true, of following your ambition. You don't need permission from anyone to be who you are meant to be. And tell me, what is lonely? You are your first true friend and lover. That type of loyalty can rarely be found in another. Let's focus on development, the reclaiming of self and energy spent. Say goodbye to the internal woes. Smile at the parade of joy for your very soul. You are a story waiting to be told. This love is unconditional, patiently waiting to unfold. Rooted in you, it will never grow old. So this poem is basically about reclaiming your personal power, reclaiming your identity, being rooted and grounded in the foundation of God, which is your creator, but also in the gift of you, who he created. And not learning to go internal and seeking his face and going internal within yourself and your spirit unto what it is that he's called you to be, not seeking it externally through others. Sometimes some people I've heard like have a hard time being alone and being with just themselves. And so just like I said, what is lonely? Like, you are your first true friend and your lover. That can't be found in another. So really this poem is about reclaiming that and cultivating that that relationship with yourself in the Most High. I hope you all enjoyed it. Okay, and this last one is Love Letter to Me. Rise up and experience a new love, a refreshed version of you that was buried deep down inside under the muck and mire. Underneath the mess, she's been buried, trapped, and calling out to be unstuck, to experience growth, to be free, like Cinderella or Ariel, trapped and limited under the sea. Sleeping Beauty, needing to rise and be free, or more like Rapunzel, desiring to release into all she could be. There is more to you, there's more to me, and she's ready. Come out, my dear, there is no fear. I promise to love and embrace and learn all there is to know about you. I will never doubt you. No more hiding your face. I've struggled, traveled years to find you, greet you, love you, remind you that this, you and I, is home, and this love will never go away. I've learned to love you properly, no longer mimicking what was taught to me and done to you, which distorted us. My life's purpose and mission will be spent in honor of you and in reach of girls and boys we represent. So, let the remainder of this life be dedicated to the true beauty of who you are, Courtney Chantel, and the strength of the love you encompass. You are truly amazing, and I am so proud to be you. I apologize for the pain that's been caused and the damage that's been done. The times I sat back quiet when you became undone, when I should have stood up, spoke up. No more silence, no more tainted love. All good and perfect gifts come from above, and that, my dear, is what you are deserving of. No more settling, period. Honorable relationships. You are deserving of good, healthy, loving, dependable, quality relations who sincerely support and are genuine. God is calling you to a standard of excellence. Of those who love you, truly love you, who want you to win without deceit, jealousy, or resentment, but true and honest friends. Let this journey begin. All right, so that one is Love Letter to Me. It can be found on page 23, and it is basically about a letter to the inner child. And a part in there that talks about like going and trying to unpack the muck and the mire to discover who I am, and then also the distorted versions of us. That is referencing the work that I do, which is around survivors, a support group of survivors of childhood sexual